One of the key things you should put into cognizance before entering into a union with your partner is not only seeking prayers and divine confirmation from spiritual authorities, but engaging yourself in a thorough and robust medical examination to ensure that you don't have any underlying sicknesses. Many of us think that divine confirmation determines whether a marriage will work out. Not everyone adheres to this system because it's not a foolproof method of assessing a happy marriage. However, several couples have split up in their marriages even after receiving prayers and divine confirmation from their spiritual leaders. So on today's edition of Know Your Health, I'll be revealing 8 steps you should undergo before entering into a union with your partner. If this is your first time or coming across my channel and this is a content that you're interested in, please do well to subscribe, put on your notification button so that you don't miss out. The 8 steps you should undergo before entering into a union with your partner are: number 1, blood group. It is pivotal to have an idea of the blood group of the person whom you have chosen to spend the rest of your life with, to avoid issues arising from blood group and rhesus incompatibility. The blood group falls into 4 categories: the blood group A, B, O, or AB. However, there is also another component called rhesus factor. A rhesus factor is a protein found on the surface of the red blood cell that indicates the compatibility of 2 people, especially when their blood are mixed together, in the case of a mother and her unborn baby. It is pertinent that the rhesus factor of the mother and that of her unborn baby are determined during pregnancy. If an expectant mother has a rhesus factor negative and that of her unborn baby negative, there aren't usually any concern at this point. Conversely, if an expectant mother has a rhesus factor negative and that of her unborn baby positive, there's every tendency that the blood of the mother might produce antibodies that could fight against the unborn baby. Though there are many interventions that could be taken under the supervision of a physician to help avert this process and protect the baby in the uterus. So it is pertinent that you determine your blood group before getting married. Number 2, genotype. It is crucial to know what both genotypes are before deciding to have a child. In cases where the genotype of the offspring do not go together, there is a risk of having a child with sickle cell disease. A sickle cell disease is an inherited blood disorder that makes red blood cells stiff and crescent in shape rather than round. This makes it difficult for a free flow of blood in the blood vessel, thereby causing a flare-up of severe pains, stroke, organ damage, and anemia. So it is pertinent that you know your genotype even before getting married. It is very important. Know your genotype status today. Number 3, HIV test. AIDS is caused by human immunodeficiency virus. This reduces the body's ability to fight diseases. Before you step your foot into marriage, ensure that neither you nor your partner is HIV positive. Even before stepping your foot into marriage, it is pertinent that you determine your HIV status so that you can take a drastic action against it before stepping your foot into marriage. Know your HIV status today. Number 4, ovarian test. Women who marry later in life are encouraged to have their ovarian test performed first. Studies have shown that generation of egg cells decreases in women in their 30s, and this makes family planning more challenges. But if both spouses agree to never have their own biological offspring, this test is unnecessary. I urge you to even perform your ovarian test first, even before stepping your foot into marriage, to help you know your status and also help you take drastic action in case if reverse becomes the case. Number 5, infertility test. Both spouses are encouraged to have an infertility test performed before getting married. Infertility test helps man to determine the health of his sperm. In infertility test, semen analysis are carried out. In semen analysis, 3 major things are being determined: the sperm count, that is the amount of sperm needed to fertilize an egg; the sperm motility, that's the movement of sperm; and the sperm shape. A normal sperm should have an overhead, and a long term. This infertility test also helps women to determine whether they will have difficulty in conceiving. So I encourage you to even perform an infertility test before stepping your foot into marriage. Number 6, test for medical issues. This test is very important for couples as it helps them to know more about their health. It's not the end of the world if you are diagnosed of any sicknesses. It just helps you to take drastic action about it. Early detection of sicknesses such as liver disease, kidney disease, hypertension, diabetes helps you to take a medical help on time and readjust your lifestyle. Number 7, STD screening. That is sexually transmitted disease screening. People are being encouraged to go for sexually transmitted disease screening before getting married. Even if one of the partners has STD, it will still make the marriage more difficult to work out. When it comes to understanding of the sexual health status before getting married, it is best to be safe than sorry. Statistics have shown that 50% of young people have STI without being noticed. So it is pertinent that you go for STD screening, especially when you have unusual feelings in your body. Go today. Number 8, testing for genetic blood disorders. To know about the passing down of genetic disorders to your children, premarital DNA testing is advised, especially when you have relatives with genetic disorders. If the results come back positive, your doctor or your genetic counselor can counsel you on what next to do. Genetic testing is highly important as it helps you to understand the risk to your future children from hereditary diseases. If this is your first time or coming across my channel, please do well to subscribe, put your notification button on so that you don't miss out. As a returning viewer, I want to say thank you for finding my video worthy to watch.